It is April 1st, which means we're less than 30 days away from the 2025 turkey season. I've been watching a few birds the last couple weeks, but now it's time to really get on the ground, do some walking, and see what I'm up against. I'd also like to do a little bit of a gear review, kind of talk about what I plan on wearing for the season, and even some of the calls. I get a couple new calls, I'll show them off. Let's get into it. As far as my journey goes, wind's brutal, it's cold, it's time for work, and we'll just have to get on next time. I mean, this is part of scouting. You're never going to find the good spots right off the bat, even though this might be a good spot later in the season. Right now, they're not moving, so they keep looking so we can find out what we're up against this season. That's the biggest thing. Just a quick demonstration of that nor'easter call again in the outdoors with some wind. Perfect echo right here. It's a frosty 18 degrees out today. Right now, I want to talk about a couple calls, and now that I'm in the truck, I can actually do them. I don't want to rip a call while I'm out there. First one I'm going to talk about, that's not the striker, is this Gooseman game call that I got. I can't even remember the acrylic on it, but I'll show you why it's cool, and I'll also put it down below what it's actually called. Very slim pot call, so go for the slim one. I like it. It's got a lot of good weight. Here we go. It's very soft. You can get a little. You can get pretty loud with it too. Oop. Now this is honestly, I just went through very damp conditions. It wasn't fully exposed, but it's exposed. So there's that, and then you can flip it around to this back part. You can go very, very light with it. That's a very cool call. I am definitely going to carry this Gooseman in my pack. I like it a lot. Those are very nice guys. They're in New York. These guys are out of Maine. The nor'easter. Just another little soft call. Let's go find some turkeys. Birds are moving this morning. Favorite thing about these northern Maine birds is you never know how you're gonna hunt them. One day you might be calling and get a whole 3 or 4 come right in. Had that happen. Or you might have to scoot and shoot across the field. You might have to crawl across the field. You just never know what it is. But they're not crazy shy. However, they don't have as much eyes as if they were in a big group. This group is grouped up right now because we're 2 weeks before the season. But as we get closer, they'll spread out and be more loners, and that makes it easier for us. We can actually call some in. Since this is kind of a prep video for the spring turkey season, thought I'd go over some of my gear that I've been using over the really last couple of years. Some of the new stuff that I won't be using or could possibly use. I'm going to start off with some base layers. First go-to, really for afternoon hunts is what this is for, and even like a warmer morning is the Gila. I didn't get the Gila Pro because I like wearing an actual face mask rather than one connected. Another one when it gets a little bit colder in the morning is just the Peloton 200. I get the hooded. I like having that hood over my head in case it gets cold. Another very quiet fleece material. 2 of the pants that I'll be wearing is my go-to Access. The Access is a lot noisier. However, if you get a rainy day at all, or even just a little bit of water, that quietness, or that noise is overcome by being dry. These are very comfortable pants. These are just my green ones that I wear all the time. I wear these racing, I wear them in the winter time, deer season, everything. These are a go-to pant. These are an all-season pant. The new pant that I'll be trying out is the Encounter LT. Almost no sound of those. The reason I'm going with these is because during deer season I wore the heavyweight with the suspenders and everything, and I wore those all through deer season. I didn't sweat, didn't get cold. I loved them. So where they're so quiet and just comfortable, I'm gonna try the LTs. They do have room for suspenders too, I do see. But yeah, wicked excited to try these out. I do know they came out with the new Katana turkey pant. Haven't tried them because I bought these way before the season and I just prepped for these. However, those also look like a great pant, also a lot similar. With the Encounter pant, I'm gonna be running the Encounter jacket. Super quiet material, very comfortable jacket. It's probably gonna run this a lot of the times unless it's just a little damp or rainy. So when I do get some rain, it's gonna be the Access jacket. You can see how much louder it is, but it's got that beautiful interior that I don't know. That's also a very comfortable jacket. Once it gets a little wet and rainy, this is definitely gonna be the go-to. The last 2 things to conclude this part of the video are boots. So my all-season boot, a lot of the time, is a Lacrosse Grange. A nice 18-inch. They're tall. They're pretty waterproof. I do get a lot of holes in them. Obviously, they wear down a little bit. These are only a year old. But these are kind of a go-to boot. They do, once you get holes in them, you got to go back to your local grocery store or One Stop and find a pair. But these are, I definitely like these boots. Later in the season or the afternoon or just a warm day, I might be getting into these boots a lot. These are Solomon's, and these are a lot lighter, a lot quieter. I mean, you get that sound compared to, but they're definitely quieter when you're walking. You know, when you're walking across the field and you just hear clump, clump, clump with the rubber boots. This is where these come in. Nice and quiet, quick and easy. So that's going to conclude this part of the video. let's get back to finding some turkeys. This morning we found a nice big hidden field. It's something real good for especially the rainy days, and it's not far from where we saw some gobblers yesterday. So these spots are good for rainy days. Like, you don't have other people know about this spot and they're just driving by it all day. You know, you gotta walk in and find it. So just like moose hunting, you find a road that ends, you can't drive it anymore, but you can walk down in and it becomes one of the best spots, and you see a ton of moose. So we finally worked some birds this morning in one of my favorite spots. Didn't really get a good look at them like I like to, but one of the biggest things, especially when I'm just scouting, is if they are spooked by me for some reason, I don't like to go back in there. Even though I don't know what's in there, I'd still like to leave them for the season. I don't want to spook them so bad that they never come back. So a lot of people will go right in the next day and just get a look, but I like to wait till the season and go find another spot. Meh. One of the last things I do to get ready for the spring turkey hunt is check out all my guns. This year I'm going to be running my Remington 870 DM. This is the Predator version, so it's quick and easy in the morning. I'm sitting there, just like that, easy. This gun came with a really nice peep sight. However, my eyesight's kind of starting to go on me on those weird distances. So I got this real cheap Amazon holographic, comes on and off. This is the Sight Mark. This Sight Mark is cheap. However, it's got a lot of options like different reticles, different colored reticles, just a lot more than your typical nice expensive one. However, you're not going to have the quality as the nice expensive one. Got a couple long beards down range. We're going to test out these the 20 gauge and the 12 gauge. So it looks like all my guns are ready to go. The new holographics seem to be pretty sweet. Let's finish this video with some last minute birds, and let's get into hunting next week. So that's going to be the end of our turkey scouting video. My biggest thing with this video, just want to give as much information as possible. Everything I do before the season. You don't have to walk, but the biggest thing is it helps you find different parts of the field that birds might be hiding, and also other fields that you might need to get permission to before the season, and just prepare for the turkeys. I guess anything can happen with turkey hunting. One of the biggest things, as you can see in this video, turkeys up here are very nervous. You can't just pull over to the side of the road and take a video. All of our clips on the side of the road were real fast. We weren't able to actually sit there and watch, check for the beard, put the camera on them for a minute, drive off, because if not, you're just gonna spook them even more. I'm pretty excited for the spring turkey season. I've got my cousin going out this weekend on Youth Day, and Jack's got his cousin going out also down in Augusta. So we're gonna have two very good youth hunt videos. If not, we're just gonna combine them together and just throw in as much content as possible. I'll also be hunting all next week, as well as Sydney over the weekend. We are available all second week and fourth week. If you're looking to shoot a turkey up in northern Maine, give us a call, text us. Stay tuned for a ton of more content. Turkey season is underway, and we got fishing season right around the corner. Our goal this summer is just bump out the videos and find something to do to film every single week. So stay tuned, we got a lot more coming.